That's what separates the Waynes from the cobblepots.
Oswald Cobblepot, aka the Penguin within the 2004 The Batman universe, is a selfish, greedy, arrogant, and rude man who holds hatred for Bruce Wayne simply because Bruce is a reminder of everything that he is not. Oswald is descended from an aristocratic family whose lineage goes back to Newcastle, England. Alfred Pennyworth's grandfather was once a butler to the English cobblepots, and Alfred was raised on stories on how cruel and disrespectful the cobblepots were to their staff. A couple years prior to the show, Oswald would leave Gotham City and spend time traveling the Orient. There, he met two silent assassins known only as the Kabuki twins, who later went on to work for him as his personal bodyguards. This depiction of Penguin is also highly experienced in martial arts, which allows him to keep up with Batman in hand-to-hand combat. This was something else that he picked up in the Orient. With that brief summary out the way, let me go ahead and quickly discuss the episodes that I'll be covering, with them being Call of the Cobblepot, Bird of Prey, and The Cat, the Bat, and the Very Ugly. The reason why I won't be covering every episode Penguin appears in is simply due to the amount of episodes that he's in. However, if y'all want me to explore some of the episodes that I didn't cover, I'll gladly make a part 2. And while on this topic, if y'all want a part 2 to Joker's video, let me know down below. With all that said, let's get right into Call of the Cobblepot. Oswald eventually returned to the United States, where he used his birds to nab various riches from Gotham's wealthiest citizens. Oswald would store his ill-gotten gains in the aviary at Cobblepot Manor. Following his return to Gotham, Oswald crashed a charity drive hosted by Bruce Wayne at Wayne Manor. So off the bat, there's two things we can take from this, starting with Oswald's obsession with money. Oswald doesn't just view the money as money, he views it as a means to status and also a means to power. The second thing to take from this is the act of the party crashing alone, as Oswald uses this as an opportunity to get at Bruce Wayne. After causing a scene, Oswald manages to snatch the party's guest list and uses this information to select his future targets. Bruce assumed that Oswald's return to Gotham coincided with the recent burglaries and thefts, so he investigated the crimes in his costumed alter ego, the Batman. However, around this time, Alfred, whose family has bad blood with the Cobblepots, takes matters into his own hands and tracks Oswald down to the old Cobblepot Manor, but was soon captured by the Kabuki twins. Batman arrived at the manor shortly thereafter, where he and Oswald would fight for the first time. Now calling himself the Penguin, he demonstrates his fighting skills against the Batman, and the two engage in a protracted battle across the room. But as we all know, Batman would eventually emerge victorious, and Penguin was captured. This episode not only shows us how hung up on money Oswald is, but it also gives us the birth of Penguin, as prior to near the end of the episode, he was only going by Oswald, as well as showing us the hatred that he holds for Bruce and how he truly believes that himself and his family are better than the Waynes and other families. It also shows us how strategic and combat capable the Penguin is, which serves to help out a lot in the episode Team Penguin. And as I said in the beginning of this video, if y'all want a part 2 to this video, where I talk about Team Penguin through the eyes of Penguin, let me know down below. With that said, let's move on to the episode Bird of Prey. The episode begins during the end of one of Penguin's heists, where Batman intervenes and prevents Penguin from stealing the money. However, before Batman can restrain Penguin, one of the Kabuki twins kick Batman from behind so Penguin can make his escape to the van. After this, Penguin sees Bruce on TV, and the hatred that Penguin has for Bruce is shown yet again here. This whole episode really serves as our look into that hatred that Penguin has for both Bruce Wayne and Batman. But this episode also shows us how similar Penguin is to both of them, with just two examples being, both Bruce and Oswald both come from families of wealth, and both of their personas, Batman and Penguin, both use gadgets to aid in their adventures. The only real difference there is, Penguin's gadget is more of a all-in-one type of gadget. So, skipping ahead here, Bruce is on a TV show that's trying to explore his life, and Penguin breaks into Wayne Manor and holds Alfred hostage. This is yet again where we get another look into Penguin's hatred for Bruce, as he steals valuables and destroys the manor, all while rambling on about how he deserves everything that Bruce Wayne owns simply because he is a cobblepot. Eventually, the reporter that was filming the show on Bruce Wayne goes to Wayne Manor, where Batman and Penguin are now fighting, and this presents an opportunity for Penguin. An opportunity to steal the spotlight from Bruce Wayne. After incapacitating Batman, Penguin tells the reporter that he'll give her something better than anything Bruce Wayne could ever give, and says he'll unmask the Batman, which he almost does, but Alfred hits Penguin with a chair before he can take the cowl off of Batman, which allows Batman to get back into the fight. After said fight, Batman comes out victorious, like always, and Penguin is taken back to Arkham. But before the episode ends, the reporter tells Bruce that she's going to be doing her special on Penguin now, which goes back to what I was saying about an opportunity to steal from Bruce. It wasn't much, but he did manage to temporarily steal the spotlight from Bruce Wayne. And now, we'll move on to the Cat, the Bat, and the Very Ugly, which I'll be briefly covering. Upon escaping Arkham, Penguin teams up with Catwoman in an effort to steal two powerful ancient Egyptian statues that give the holder the ability to expel and use the power of light. What we can take from this is, Penguin is now after more than just money, which he previously saw as a means to power. He now has his focus on real power. But going back to the episode, after Penguin double-crossed Catwoman, Penguin stole both statues, handcuffed Batman and Catwoman together, and fled. He then attempted to destroy Gotham, but Penguin was unsuccessful and his plans were stopped as the team-up between Batman and Catwoman was too much for both him and the Kabuki twins to handle. Batman then handcuffs Catwoman and Penguin together and takes both statues. Penguin and Catwoman would then hop onto Penguin's umbrella and they would make their escape together. With this episode, we see the desires of Penguin alter and begin switching focus onto things that bring in more than just money. And if you ask me, this episode does a great job at showing us how far Penguin is willing to go with his crimes. But now, moving off of the personality and life of Penguin and onto his design and voice actor. As far as animation goes, this design is actually one of my favorites, as it fits the character brilliantly and the overall artwork of the show makes it that much better. From the suit to the hair to the nose and hands, it's all done perfectly. And now, onto the voice actor, with that being Tom Kenny, who seriously outdid himself with this role. When I think of Penguin's voice, it's Tom Kenny's voice that I hear in my head. That's how good of a job he did with this role. And for those that didn't know, Tom Kenny voiced Penguin in the Batman Ninja movie, as well as Plastic Man, Babyface, Amazing Man, Deadshot, Mirror Master, and the Ray in Batman Brave and the Bold, as well as many more great roles outside of the DC universe. So huge shout out to Tom Kenny. With all that said though, this has been the pathological pomposity of Penguin. If you made it this far into the video, comment down your favorite depiction of Penguin. I always love to hear y'all's opinions. And with my ramblings out the way, it's been ugly, and I'll see y'all in the next one.